Hello friends, welcome to another boss battle. This one is going to be a little bit unusual. It is against Inver, who is here on route, I think this is route 18, and he will battle you once per day using very unique rules, where any move that is normally super effective is not very effective, any move that is not very effective or no effect becomes super effective. So it really kind of messes with your head, but it's really fun. His team, I'm pretty sure is random, but there's some pretty cool Pokemon, all of 55, so um, might even battle him twice because it's almost midnight and you can battle him once a day. Unless you change games or consoles, in which case you have to wait like 48 hours. It's really annoying, but we're here now. Alright, so I did teach Vil some new moves. I guess really just Flamethrower, since Goodra can learn it, but Sliggoo could not. And I was like, oh no, there's no Water type move anymore, but we're trying to use moves that are not very effective. So in this case, Thunderbolt normally would do no damage to Marowak, being a ground type, but in this case it's actually super effective, as you can see. And Stone Edge, that's evenly effective against dragons, so that'll still be evenly effective. A lot of damage though. Marowak is a pretty strong attacker, and it is 4 levels higher. Luckily it's slower than Goodra. It's so cool to see a Goodra on the screen. I've been playing Pokemon Legends Arceus in my free time, and I have a Hisuian Goodra there, but this is my first time training just a classical um, Kalosian Goodra, I guess. Alright, Abomasnow is an ice and grass type, so normally I'd be like, oh, Flamethrower, or even Sludge Bomb. But I don't want to do that because they would normally be super effective. So again, we're going to use Thunderbolt, which would be quote-unquote not very effective, and therefore is super effective in this inverse battle. Energy Ball. Oh, okay, so that would have been super effective since I'm Dragon type, but because of my ability Sap Sipper, I'm immune to grass types. I like a little smile there, it's so cute. So that actually worked out. And I decided to use Vil for this one, because we just fully evolved her, so why not give her some screen time? But also because she has 4 very diverse moves, which is kind of nice and kind of fun for an inverse battle like this. I'll probably use somebody else in the next battle. Alright, and a Trevenant. We're very familiar with Trevenant. Another grass type. Just a coincidence. Seems like he actually has a pretty cool array of Pokemon. So, again, I think Thunderbolt's going to be our best bet here. Should be super effective. Alright. What's really weird, too, is when you go back to normal battling after this, you have to, like, switch your brain back again. Okay, so unfortunately, the Hail has knocked us out. That's from Abomasnow's Hail Warning ability. So we don't have a normal type, which would be great to switch in because we have an incoming Ghost attack. And because we don't have any normal or dark types on the team, there's not really anybody to resist it. Let's bring in Talon. And just for fun, we can use a high jump kick, which is normally has no effect against ghost types, but now it'll be super effective. Now we are going to be faster, so let's actually, it'll be a kind of a wasted move. Let's just use Encore for now. And there comes the Phantom Force attack, evenly effective as it would be normally, attacked by the hail. And now I'm going to hope, oh, okay, I was worried that would knock him out, but with a sliver of HP, let's use high jump kick, hopefully it hits, and it does. And instead of having no effect, it is super effective, which is kind of cool to see. Alright, good job, Vil and Talon. Yeah, it's kind of a nice, quick, fun battle there. I think I actually lost the first time I battled him just because my team was really damaged from going across the route and I didn't heal them first, and I had like 3 of them alive, and it just, yeah, it didn't go well. And I was not expecting him to have level 55 Pokemon, honestly. I was level like 48, 49. I was like, whoa, this guy's 3 strong, 55 Pokemon. So, yeah, you can only battle him once a day, but I figured it'd be cool to show that. And, yeah, I'll come back in, about 50 minutes, and we'll do another one. And we are back. Time for battle number 2 against Inver. Alright, just in time. And I have Annie at the lead this time, since she also has a pretty diverse move pool. Or move set, I guess I should say. And Snorlax, alright, very cool Pokemon. One of my personal favorites. I'll be training one of them in my Pokemon Red Boss Battle series, which will be coming up probably after this one. Okay, Snorlax is tough because it has very good special defenses, and I don't think we have anything super effective against it. Everything is kind of neutral, so we'll just go with Dazzling Gleam. Should be the most damage, although just like Floor Jace, Snorlax is very bulky. We are holding that King's Rock though, so we did get the flinch luck there. I also gave Talon, our Halucha, some different moves. Ooh, superpower. Okay, so normally that would be not very effective because it's fighting versus fairy. In this case, it is super effective. Now, it does lower Snorlax's attack and defense. That could be very useful. So, the only type that normal resists is Ghost. So let's bring in Mist here. It's a little bit risky though, because being a Ghost type, we are now weak to fighting and normal attacks. But we should be faster, and let's go for a Phantom Force. Tempted to go for a Leech Seed, because that would absorb a lot of health. Snorlax has a lot of health, but let's just go straight for the Phantom Force, which will be super effective. And with the defense drop, that should be a knockout. Yep, okay, there we go. But yeah, I decided to go ahead and give the Black Belt Hell item to Talon, and because we're no longer itemless, I gave him Fly instead of Acrobatics, which is almost as good. Might change that back later, but we'll see. Okay, Golurk is Ground and Ghost. So Ghost would be super effective, but now it's not very effective. Grass is still evenly effective. Let's go ahead and use Will-O-Wisp, because Golurk should be a physical attacker. So by burning it, we will have its attack stat. And Earthquake, okay, that's a good choice. I like that the AI here is actually pretty smart too, so super effective even after the burn. That's still a knockout. I guess, yeah, Earthquake's a pretty strong move. It gets the same type of attack bonus. So, yep, kind of makes sense. Alright, so who would not be good against a Ground and Ghost type? Well, speaking of Talon, a Fighting type attack would not be. And therefore it will be super effective. Let's go with High Jump Kick. And it hits, that's good, otherwise we lose half our health and recoil damage. And down goes Golurk. Guess the burn really didn't matter in the long run. And Inver's last Pokemon is Masquerain. Intimidate is not ideal. That'll lower our attack stat. Although Masquerain doesn't have the highest base stats, so we're probably still okay. So yeah, normally Fly or Rock Tomb would be super effective, since Masquerain is Bug and Water. But that means being Bug type, it should resist fighting, and therefore will be weak to fighting. Yep, alright, cool. Nice fun battle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those. And I think the more quote-unquote super effective moves you use, like the better the reward you get from him at the end. Not quite sure how that works, not too worried about it, but kind of a cool little mechanic. And we got a Citrus Berry. That'll probably come useful at some point, maybe? Who knows? Stay tuned to find out. Alright, that's it for this one. I think next up we have the 8th Gym Leader, Wolfric, so that should be a lot of fun. We actually might have a rival battle, but I'll have to check on that. And I think Rival's after Victory Road next. So probably just Wolfric, but yep, should be fun. As always, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, like button, all that good stuff, and I'll see you again next time.